Esau being real desperate and get up out of space, man. So I go on the call like how about Shin Shah. Shalom to the left. I ain't saying that shit. And, you know, double honors to the elders and apostles that help push out this information as well too, man, because they definitely still going strong. And you have other, I can't wait to look around the world. So the reason why Esau going out of space and want to be out there so bad because they want to escape their judgment. What is that? And that's how you know Esau was never done away with. They still on the earth. They just changed their name so they can hide in plain sight. In the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, which is just one chapter anyway, just read on down. It says, in verse 1, the vision of Obadiah, thus says the Lord Yahweh concerning evil. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise and let us rise against them in battle. For behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. That's why you got Iran, Russia, China, those top main countries stocking up nuclear arsenal. Because they see the U.S. buying shit up, so they're okay, we're going to buy shit up too. And where they aimed it at? It said the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Now the dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And see, them going up into space, they don't think nobody can bring them down. It says, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars. Who else hitting their nest up in the stars?
6 days after flying to the edge of space in a giant knob with his brother, an 18-year-old kid and a pensioner called Wally Funk, Jeff Bezos and his Blue Origin dream team have offered NASA billions of dollars to get to the moon. Let's have a little look. That's right, after coming second to Elon Musk's SpaceX for a contract to build a lunar landing module for NASA, and second again to Dickie Boy Branson's Virgin to be the first spoiled billionaire in space. Jeff is now doing his best to try and rub out his first second and claim a joint first by edging his way in on Elon Musk's lunar turf. NASA had only received $850 million of the $3.3 billion it requested from...
All that's going on, wow, there's a food shortage too. See, that's how you know, man, the powers that be. Yeah, people always be talking about, oh, go vote and go do all this other stupid shit. Man, hey, the powers that be, they don't give a fuck about you. When people gonna get that through their head? Because if they did, they'd be like, you know what? We need to fix what's going on down here, not try to fucking go fly up into space. They not the only ones. These just the ones they put in the media. The ones you don't see, they going up there too.
Congress to build a moon lander and to make ends meet when looking for funding elsewhere. And in April, they awarded the contract to electrical wizard Elon Musk and his SpaceX magicians to take astronauts to the lunar surface as early as 2024. Rejecting Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin team with the SpaceX know what they're doing, describing
what's the best value to the government.
Now, Jeff wasn't too happy about that decision and practically said that it wasn't fair. And what Jeffy wants, Jeffy gets. After touching down from his recent mission to the stars, he sent an open...
And that's why I just want to pause it, because, hey, straight out of the scriptures, it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, said the Lord. And that's what's going to happen, man. And they so fucking stupid. The angels coming back with Yahweh Shah through space. So why the fuck you going to go up into space? That's stupid. You might as well stay on the earth and just wait it out. You'll try to fly somewhere and go hide out. It ain't gonna work like that. And when they talk about the war in heaven, you had the Lord and Michael and the host of heaven going to war with Satan and his angels. Man, that's stupid. You can go up there in space and try to hide out. That's how dumb they are. That's why the scripture said, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee. You know what I mean? Read on down some more. In verse 5 it said, if these came to thee, robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Well, they have not stolen till they had enough. If the grape gatherers came to thee, they not leave some grapes. How the things that Esau searched out, how his hidden things sought up. It's just so easy now to search out Esau's stuff. Got whistleblowers, got people like this that make videos. It ain't hard to search out Esau's ass. This ain't no they falling, man. Because years ago, 100 plus years ago, you couldn't do this type of stuff. Or maneuver around how we maneuver around now. Now, verse 7, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. And those nations that's at peace with Esau right now, they're deceiving them. They're getting their information, intel, training as well on how to do certain stuff just so they can turn against them. It says, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in them. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise man out of Edom, and the understanding out of the mount of Esau? And that the mighty man of Teman shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. It hasn't happened yet, because Esau still is. The descendants, when men say Esau, either speak in general as a joke. Sometimes I go out, I may see, police riding around or something, or certain individuals. I know, damn, look at Esau. Whereas when you actually read the scriptures, they're talking about Esau, it's talking about them as a whole, the descendants of Esau, Edom, the Edomites, those from Teman, those from Amalek. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And that violence still going on to this day, even though niggas be killing each other. Their own other brother, Esau, did way worse than that. But yeah, I don't put that in the media, like, oh yeah, black people, they gun each other down and kill each other, which is right, that's accurate. But who really did it? And put people in that mind frame, because we weren't always like that. Now it says in verse 11, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Who cast them lots? Who carried away captive? Who was carried away captive, I should say. It says, even thou was one of them, but thou shouldst have not looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that became a stranger, neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. But they rejoice over us being fucked up. Still to this day, seeing our people in poverty, in projects, ghettos, they like that. They get off on that. Neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldst have not entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldst have not looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Like all the different items, the artifacts, the gold, the silver that they got stored up. A lot of people don't even really know your bloodline, your lineage, your family had a big heritage. And land, cattle, precious stones and metals. Guess who took it though? Now verse 14 it says, neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. So, once again, Esau is so desperate to get to the moon because they're aware of this. They have scholars that read these scriptures just as well as you have men like me to read these scriptures and be like, you know what? We first come into the realization of certain stuff. You'd be like, who was Jacob? Who was Israel? Because Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Then you read the shit about Esau and what they did and what's coming to them. Like, hold up. Damn, if Israel gonna be saved and this gonna happen, this destruction is gonna happen to Edom, gonna happen to Esau. Who the fuck is Esau? And their characteristics still show to this day. So, them going to space, man, they ain't escaping. Look for this one precept. It says, as if a bear had metal. It's the book of Amos, chapter 5. Let me start at verse 18. No matter where they go, man, they're not escaping, man. Shit, they might go up on the damn space station, a fucking virus break out while they're up there. Now it says, in verse 18, It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It says that if a man did flee from a lion and bear metal, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him. And that's just how it's going to go down, man. No matter where they go hide in a bunker. They might pass out from carbon monoxide from a damn machine they got down there or some shit. A vent might not work. Go up into space, they think they're safe for some shit, and they be took a damn virus up there, not realizing it until it's too late. So the angels actually pop up on them. Numerous things got them, man. Like that show, 1,000 Ways to Die. No, the Most High got millions of ways for people to go. So I just want to bring this out, man. Esau ain't escaping, no matter how many space stations or space hotels or bunkers they create. They got to taste that cup, man. They made the world drunk with that cup. They got to drink that cup too. So call all y'all about Shem Yahweh. Shalom to the left, Adonai, this is edifying.